Trump increases pressure on NATO over Strait of Hormuz.
Nigan identifies 8 strategic tasks for Foreign Information Service in 2026.
Proper and sufficient exercise. A healthcare trend for urban residents.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. Here we go, the first step of the show. U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday sought to pressure NATO allies and China to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, the critical oil transport conduit that Iran has effectively closed in retaliation for the U.S. and Israeli war against Tehran.
President Trump affirmed that the U.S. has supported Ukraine in its conflict with Russia, and he expects Europe to also support the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Trump also warned that a lack of response or a negative response would be very bad for the future of NATO. In addition, President Trump indicated that his upcoming summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping may be postponed. Trump emphasized that China, as well as many other European countries, depend more heavily on oil from the Gulf than the United States. Therefore, it would be reasonable for those who benefit from shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz to help ensure that nothing bad happens there.
Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov stated that negotiations regarding the Ukraine issue have been temporarily suspended due to the United States has other urgent matters to address.
Peskov stated that the interruption of the discussion process is understandable in the context of the dangerous escalation of hostilities in the Middle East. According to him, Russia remains open to achieving a peaceful solution to the conflict in Ukraine, and said that the situation on the ground is developing favorably for Moscow. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky expressed concern that the fighting in the Middle East might divert U.S. attention from the conflict in Ukraine. Zelensky expressed his hope that the U.S. would continue to support the resolution of the conflict in Ukraine and that Kyiv is ready to share its experience and technology in unmanned aerial vehicles to assist the U.S. and its allies in the Middle East.
This morning, Comrade Hwang Nghĩa-hiếu, the chairman of Provincial People's Council and the head of the Provincial Steering Committee for the Foreign Information Service, just chaired a conference to deploy key tasks for 2026.
Marking the first year of implementing the resolution of the 20th Provincial Party Congress and the 14th National Party Congress, Chairman of the Provincial People's Council urged all units to focus on 8 core tasks. At the heart of these efforts is the dissemination of the party and state's major guidelines and political messages regarding the enhancement of foreign information quality in the new era. The province will prioritize promoting economic achievements and FDI attraction results. Furthermore, there will be a strong emphasis on innovating communication methods through digital transformation and modern technology to effectively reach diverse audiences, particularly the youth and the Vietnamese diaspora. Additionally, the province aims to proactively forecast and promptly refute distorted and false information. Finally, the strategy involves mobilizing maximum social resources and human capital, both domestically and internationally, to serve external information activities.
Upcoming are some updated news.
Along with nearly 79 million voters nationwide, on March 15, approximately 2.4 million voters in Nigan province eagerly headed to polling stations to exercise their civic rights and duties. They cast their ballots to elect deputies for the 16th National Assembly and People's Councils at all levels for the 2026 to 2031 term. By the end of the election day, the provincial voter turnout reached a remarkable 99.86%, with 83 out of 130 communes and wards achieving a 100% turnout. From the high mountainous border areas to the coastal fishing villages, every corner of Nigan was filled with the vibrant atmosphere of this great national festival. According to the Nigan Provincial Election Committee, the election process was strictly and comprehensively directed across all levels and sectors. Communication and mobilization efforts were implemented extensively through diverse formats, significantly raising public awareness and creating a spirited atmosphere throughout society.
The South Korean government is considering the issuance of a 10-year multiple-entry tourist visa for visitors from several major Vietnamese cities, including Hanoi. This policy aims to attract more international tourists in the near future. Under the proposed plan, the new visa category will have a longer duration than the current 5-year tourist visa, allowing for multiple entries. Similar policies are also being considered for citizens of major Chinese cities, such as Beijing and Shanghai. In 2025, South Korea welcomed over 18 million international arrivals, a 15% increase compared to the previous year. Specifically, the number of Vietnamese tourists reached nearly 550,000, up 9%. The South Korean tourism industry has set a target to attract approximately 600,000 Vietnamese visitors in 2026.
According to the 2026 Global Passport Rankings published by Henley and Partners, the Vietnamese passport has climbed 6 places to 84th in the Global Passport Ranking Henley Passport Index 2026. This shows that international travel for Vietnamese citizens is becoming increasingly convenient. This index assesses the level of freedom of movement for citizens of various countries based on the number of destinations that can be entered without a prior visa. Currently, Vietnamese citizens can enter 48 destinations without a visa or by obtaining an e-visa, visa on arrival, or an electronic travel authorization.
As urban life continues to evolve, the fitness habits of Nghệ An residents are shifting towards a more proactive and selective approach. Instead of merely following trends, many are seeking forms of exercise tailored to their physical. More in the story today.
Rushed workout sessions following social trends or high-intensity exercises aimed at quick results are no longer the popular choice for many urbanites. Instead, people are searching for physical activities that better suit their personal stamina and health status.
I
used to try several trendy sports, but after a while, I realized they didn't really suit me. Later, I did some research and chose this class because I found it appropriate for my age and health. Beyond choosing the right discipline, many people are now focusing on maintaining a scientific and consistent workout schedule. Engaging in moderate exercise, combined with a balanced lifestyle, is becoming the preferred approach for many to enhance their daily health.
In my opinion, the most important things in training are moderate intensity and consistency. If we train at the right level, combined with a proper diet and adequate rest, our health will improve significantly.
This correct and sufficient fitness trend has also led to changes in the way many gyms and sports centers operate. Currently, many facilities are gradually adjusting their models to be more systematic and professional. Nowadays, student trends have changed quite a bit. People no longer just exercise to lose weight or gain muscle in a short time. They aim for long-term health improvement. Therefore, we design personalized training programs for each individual to ensure effectiveness while maintaining body safety. According to medical experts, exercising brings many health benefits. However, if exercise is not done correctly or exceeds the body's capacity, exercisers may face negative health effects.
We must choose the right type of sport, practice the right methods, and practice for the right amount of time.
As people increasingly focus on proper exercise, healthcare becomes more proactive and sustainable. This is also how each person improves their quality of life, preserving both physical and mental strength in an increasingly dynamic urban rhythm.
The last story descended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.